Against Bernard Hopkins at light heavyweight in the early hours of the morning out in Las Vegas. And what a place for Calzaghe to make that first American fight. Wales on Saturday's own glamour boy Jason Mohammed has been pacing the strip and brings us a look back at Joe's big week in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, Nevada. It's hot. Very hot. No signs of the economy slowing down here. It's glitzy. It's glamorous. And this week, the race to become president has turned into the race to be king of the ring.
Reality is they have to go in there and take that title from him, not pussyfoot about the place, you know. Just don't make us into a pretty boxing game, get him, rough him up, make no mistakes about it. I want to knock this guy out, you know. It's not just a win, I want to destroy this guy.
So after all the talking, the battle of the planet is almost upon us. The American media have been really impressed with the way Joe Calzaghe has handled himself all week. Bernard Hopkins, on the other hand, has been confrontational with everybody he's met, including British and American pundits.
I got a job to do, and that's the cold, dark place about the executioner.
What about Joe, Bernard?
What about him?
It's looking good.
We'll see if he's an ordinary Joe come Saturday. We'll see. And then that question will be asked more Saturday. What about Joe? That will be asked, because I think I can show you more than I can tell you.
Wearing a Cardiff City shirt, Joe Calzaghe was greeted by thousands of Welsh fans who've travelled halfway around the world to see the man the Americans are calling the Southpaw, Josie Wales.
Calzaghe! 173 pounds!
Everything's gone well. I feel in tremendous shape. I feel strong. I feel healthy, which is good. I know what I'm going to do. I'm 100% confident in my own abilities. I'm in great shape and I'm relaxed. And listen, man, I'm ready to go on Saturday. I'm ready to go.
God, like Ian in their prime. Bernard Hopkins against Joe Calzaghe. Coverage starts on BBC Radio Wales and BBC Radio Cymru, 3 o'clock tomorrow morning. Well worth staying up for. Right, Calzaghe will make his US debut at light heavyweight in Las Vegas in the early hours of the morning. He takes on one of the world's pound-for-pound greats in Bernard Hopkins. If he wins, there could be another in line for the Welshman. Roy Jones Jr. has expressed an interest in taking on Joe, and Jones has been speaking to Wales on Saturday's Jason Mohammed.
Yeah, welcome to Las Vegas. Just a few hours to go now before the big fight. Bernard Hopkins v Joe Calzaghe and the battle of the planet. Joining me to discuss the big fight, 4-weight world champion Roy Jones Jr., the legend. Roy, good to see you. How are you? Good to see you. So how's this one going to go then?
Well, I mean, it could go a lot of ways. Bernard can make it a dirty fight and try to go disrupt Joe, but I think if Joe boxes him and keeps the pressure on, he'll beat him. I think Joe's younger, more energy. I just think he can outwork Bernard.
How good is Joe Calzaghe in your opinion?
He's very good. To me, he's one of the best super middleweights of all time.
Do you think he's going to be too smart for Bernard?
Too small?
Too smart?
Oh, he could be, yeah. He should be. Well, he won't be too smart. That's one thing that Bernard does depend on is his wit. So Bernard is a very smart fighter. He'll just have to outwork Bernard if he does it. But Bernard will have a good game plan coming in.
Roy, I've never seen Joe Calzaghe looking so calm, so focused, so relaxed. He's here fighting on Bernard Hopkins' own patch. Well,
he feels comfortable because he knows what he's facing. Bernard is 43 years old, so he's not the youngest guy in the world. It's not like he's nothing he's never seen before, so he has nothing to be worried about.
You're one of only 4 fighters to have beaten Bernard. How do you do it?
Very smartly, just outsmart him.
What's the biggest danger to Joe Calzaghe? That he gets drawn into the type of fight that Hopkins wants?
He gets drawn into a dirty wrestling match, then that'd be bad for him.
Yeah. Is that Bernard's tactic, you think?
I don't know. I haven't been watching him. I don't know.
What's your hunch?
My hunch is that that would be his tactic. I mean, that'd be the smarter way to go for him.
Yeah. Why haven't the American fans come out for Bernard Hopkins this week? Is he past it?
No, he's not past it. It's just that he's never really been one that a lot of people would come out for like that. I mean, you got to think about it. What fight for him that they came out for? None. They came out for him when he fought other big fighters. When he fought Oscar, they came out for Oscar. When he fought Tito, they came out for Tito. When they fighting Joe, they come out for Joe. They never come out for him like that. So, I mean, not that he's not a great fighter, but his style just never have called for a lot of it because there's not much excitement there.
Roy, if Joe Calzaghe walks away from that ring tomorrow night, having won this fight. He talks about retirement, the one dream fight, one dream fight that many, many British boxing fans would love to see is Calzaghe versus Roy Jones Jr. Could that happen?
Most definitely, that will happen. If he's victorious tomorrow night, that definitely will happen.
It will happen, definitely. When?
Probably whenever he's ready again. I mean, I don't know if he's going to take 4 months off, he's going to take 6 months off, but whenever he's ready, I'm ready.
Would we have to come to you, or are you going to come to Wales?
Well, we'll look at the situation, see what best suits us both, but I think I'll come to Wales.
You come to Wales?
Yeah.
72,000 screaming Welshmen. You fancy that?
72 to 90, yes. Most definitely.
Roy Jones, really good to see you.
Really good to see you.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Well, first things first, Joe Calzaghe against Bernard Hopkins is in the early hours of tomorrow morning. Coverage starts on BBC Radio Wales and BBC Radio Cymru at 3 a.m. You'll need to be there because the fight could start at any time after that. Let's cross live to Las Vegas then and speak to Jason, who's lost his shirt after a bad night on the poker tables and is down to the polo shirt. What's it like out there?
Well, I have to say, just for the record, I haven't been anywhere near the poker table in case my wife is watching and listening. So let's get that record straight right away. I tell you what, Gareth, I can't tell you just how amazing this atmosphere has been all week. It's been very quiet in Vegas Monday to Wednesday, but come Thursday, when those flights started coming in from Heathrow and Gatwick, thousands upon thousands of Welsh fans have made the trip to follow Joe Calzaghe for his big night. His career-defining moment has finally arrived after 10 years at the top. You know what? I've spoken to so many American pundits who said, yeah, they respected Joe Calzaghe, but perhaps they didn't give him the credit they deserved. They've been totally overwhelmed by the way Calzaghe has presented himself this week, compared to Bernard Hopkins, who, as I said in my report earlier, is abrasive style. He takes on almost anybody he sees. That includes fight fans and journalists, British and American alike. So they've been really impressed with Joe. And you know what, Gareth? He's odds-on favourite out here, Joe Calzaghe. He's odds-on favourite, and Bernard Hopkins is a 3-to-1 underdog as he comes into this fight tonight.
Just put it into context. There's no world title, no recognised world title riding on this. After all the years of defending his world title at super middleweight, why is there so much resting on this particular fight for Calzaghe?
Because I think this is his moment, isn't it? You know, this is his moment to show the American public just what they've been missing. Can he work at light heavyweight? I'm pretty sure he can, and the Calzaghe camp say, look, 173 pounds is not going to make any difference whatsoever. But you know what? Bernard Hopkins can be a dirty fighter. Now, many of the people here today are wondering what sort of referee is Joe Cortez going to be tonight? Is he going to allow the rough and tumble tactics that we're expecting from Hopkins, or will he be very, very strict? And will it be an open fight? But Joe Calzaghe is pretty confident that he can just outbox Bernard Hopkins. He knows he's expecting a few slide digs and a few headbutts, and he says he can work with that. So I suppose the reputation for Calzaghe is immense, because if he comes out here, let's face it, Gareth, not many British boxers come to Vegas, beat their man on his own patch and fly out as the world champion in light heavyweight and super middleweight. So I suppose this is the opportunity for Joe Calzaghe to cement his reputation as one of perhaps the best boxers Britain has ever produced.
Thanks, Jason. Keep the wallet in the pocket. Enjoy tonight as well. Jason Mohammed in Las Vegas. Now, the mood all week has been your...
Las Vegas, a great place to be a winner. And Joe Calzaghe is a winner.
Fight in Vegas against their top guy, to beat him in his own patch. That's everything, man. King of the castle.
Tonight on BBC Radio Wales, there's exclusive build-up from 6:30. And in the early hours, live big fight coverage on Radio Wales and Radio Cymru.
You never see me running, you never see me hiding in the ring. You know, I come to fight.